So the first thing we're going to do is a 90-degree turn. Every turn by default is going to be 90 unless I show you something different, which we'll talk about here in a minute. So if I want to initiate a 90-degree turn to the south, then I'll start turning right. Wait till right is about I'm crossing your tails, and then I want you to start your turn. Be mill power, maintain 350 knots, okay?
This is weird as shit. Something's...
Which server, please?
What's going on, man?
Server 1.
Oh, nothing. I'm just having some audio
That was just a hair late, but it wasn't bad.
Okay.
Trying to fix, well...
And you'll see, like, you can tell it's late because when you roll out, you'll be slightly aft of line abreast. So you see that? So reference 180 now on the rollout, just a 90-degree turn. Okay, so now how to fix this, you just reference 180 and chill out. And then I'll just say check left reference 150. We'll turn to 150, maintain 350 knots, and then that should put us back to line abreast. But you're still going 180.
Oh shit, sorry.
That's alright, just take tactical on the right side.
Alright.
Tactical is about a mile, give or take, 4,000 feet to a mile. So just get out there to the right side, and then turn right, reference 180. That'll probably put you slightly forward, but that's okay. Alright, so let's do that right-hand turn again, okay? I'm going to initiate it, and then you just do the same thing, just turn a hair earlier. Alright, here we go.
Okay.
And it's about mill power, so don't do max AB. Just short of max AB should be good. Good. Yeah, that was better. Check that out. So now you're going to roll out reference 270. Or line abreast chilling at 350 knots. So that's a 90-degree turn. Now if I want you to turn 90 degrees first, so like let's say I want to go 90 right, but I want to stay in tack form, I'm going to give you a big wing flash. Don't execute here. I'm just going to show you. So I'd go like this. Boom.
Okay.
And then you're like, okay, he wants me to turn to the right. So now on this next one, reference 270. So when I give you that wing flash, turn to 360, okay? So there it is. Now you start your 350 mil power turn to 360. And I'm going to be slightly aft. Not too bad. It's alright. Alright, so pretty good. We're pretty much still line abreast. Still heading cardinal directions. So let's do one back to the left, okay? I'm going to give you a wing flash. Here we go.
Alright.
So you can get nose on at incredibly low speeds with the Mirage.
I'm going to show you 45 next, okay?
Okay.
So as the wingman, in this case we'll just say it's you as the wingman, as soon as we roll out, you are now responsible for setting the line, which means you need to get back to line abreast. I'll do my best in the turns as a flight lead to try to help you out with that, but as a wingman it's your responsibility just to stay line abreast, and vice versa when I'm the number two. And then here's a 45-degree turn. So a 45-degree turn is, let's pretend you're leading, right? And you wing flash me for a left-hand turn to 180. But then as soon as, so you wing flash me, I turn, and then you turn into me. That makes it a 45. So here's what it's going to look like, okay?
Okay.
We want to go, actually 45, well, it's going to be opposite. So if I turn into you, you have to assume it's a 90-degree turn unless I roll out early. Okay, so if I roll out early and you see me roll out, that's how you know that it's a 45-degree turn. So I'm going to turn left to 230. You have to assume this is a 90-degree, but I'm going to go boom. Now cut across my nose, about 30 degrees, nothing major, just about 30 degrees. Good, right there, roll out. And now just drive. Wait, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now turn left to 230. And that's a 45-degree right there. See how that worked out?
Yep.
So we'll do the same thing again to the right side. We're a little close. I'm just going to widen out spacing real quick.
All right.
Right back to, say, 230. So the next turn is going to be right to 270. But again, you just have to assume it's a 90, right? So here I go to 270. You're thinking, oh, he's going to turn 90, but then I go, boop. I roll out right here.
All right.
Yep, so you just kind of cut in front of my nose. Don't turn back into me yet.
Oh,
Nope,
shit.
keep driving straight. Keep
Alright.
driving straight. Because you got to set the spacing on the other side. There you go. Now turn.
Alright.
I didn't help you out there. I was a little fast. All right, reference 270. So I want you to turn here on this next one. I want you to turn right to call it 320, okay? But not yet. Hold on a second.
And abreast.
All right, go ahead to 320.
Alright.
I'll show you kind of what it looks like from the other end. So I'm thinking you're turning 90. Oh, you roll out. Make a little check turn. You're behind my tails, 1001. And I'm going to turn back to 3, what did I say, 310 or 320?
320.
Is that true or magnetic?
Just like that. So just like a nice 20-degree check, 20 or 30-degree check across the nose. Drive until, I don't know, call it like 1001 pass when you go behind my tails, or when you see me go behind your tails. Count to like 1001 and then start your turn to the heading, if that makes sense.
Okay, so the check turn is happening when? So you
The check
roll
turn's
out.
happening when you see me roll out. Let's do another one. I'm gonna go to 360. Okay.
Okay.
You think it's a 90 because I haven't said anything else or done anything else, and then I go boom and I roll out right here. Check in front of my
Okay.
nose, about 30 degrees in front of my nose,
Okay.
and drive straight. 1001, 1002, reverse your turn, 360. See how that works out?
Yeah.
So that's a 45. It's not too tricky once you see it a couple times. It gets pretty easy.
Right.
And then, but the key is assume every turn is a 90-degree turn. The only way you know it's a 45 is if I roll out in front of you early. And then here's the only other caveat, right? So like if the only thing you can't do without speaking on the radio, the only turn you can't do is a 180-degree turn into your wingman, because you have no visual that, like if I turn into you, you're like, oh, it's a 90. And then you'll never see me like going 180 the other side. So if I say hook left, we'd hook left. And that's the way to do it. But if I want to hook away from you, I would just go like this to make you turn.
Yeah.
You'd turn right. So, and then I turn, if you see me turn at the same time, that's how you know, okay, it's a hook turn, 180 degrees.
Alright.
Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, I
So
think so.
We're turning to 180. Turn to 180 and we'll do it again.
Alright.
Where'd you go?
Six.
Yeah.
Check right, reference, we'll call it 230. Check right, reference 270. Make it a hard turn. There you go. All right, so we're heading 270. So when we do this next hook turn, we'll end up on 090. Okay. So here's the
All right.
visual cue. The wing rock. Boom. You start turning.
We're at this is a left turn, right turn?
So we're going to turn left. You're going to turn into me
Okay.
because I'm wing flashing you towards me. I'm basically saying, like, get over here when I do that, or I want you to
Okay.
turn towards me. So
Alright,
when you
so-
start, yeah, so we're driving straight. You see the wing flash. You're like, oh, it's a 90-degree turn to the left. And then when you turn, I turn at the same time. That's the tell that it's now a 180-degree turn.
Alright.
And it's mill power, 350 knots the whole way around. And then you should, in theory, end up. And halfway through the turn, now I'm looking over my
Oops,
shoulder.
Shit. I do.
That's all right.
There. I overshot the heading. We're going 090, right?
Yep.
Alright.
But that's
Yeah,
the
so I have
gist
to
of
get
it.
better at maintaining speed with G in those turns.
Yeah, it's tough when you can't feel it too, right? Like you don't know
Yeah.
where the mill power stop is. You're not actually flying the airplane, but that's pretty much it.
Cool. So
Yeah.
it's always mill power, and then you just hold G to, maintain 350 in mil
Yeah,
power.
exactly. And there's a couple tricks you can do too, like if you feel like you're going to be aft. So check right, reference, call it 110.
Okay.
This will put us back like line abreast here. We're a little further than a mile, but that's no big deal. All right, so 110, we're line abreast now. So I'm going to turn 90 degrees into you, so that'll put us on a 020, okay? And then we're a little bit wide, so that it'll affect your timing slightly, but nothing major. So you see me turn in, you're like, oh, it's 90 degrees. If I were to roll out right there, that's how you know it's a 45. So 020 is the heading you're turning to.
Okay.
Now, when you start turning, I'm watching you, and I'm going, okay, is he going to be forward, after, line abreast? How do I help him? He's going to be slightly forward, which means you just turned barely early. No big deal. So check left, reference 360. That should put us back line abreast. 360, 350 knots now, and I want you to turn 90 degrees into me, okay? So ready, here's the wing flash, boom, and you're turning to 270.
Nice.
Yeah, we're pretty wide, so that was difficult. I had to delay it just because we were wide, so I want to move it in a little bit, actually. You can stay there. Yeah, this is good. All right, so now I want you to turn, actually, I'm going to turn into you. So we'll go to 180, okay?
All right.
And you can work the timing on this one. Just a little bit.
Wing, if it's a wing rock, you want him to move first.
There you go. That was good. All right, let's do another one. Here's another turn to the left. So 90 left. So here, I'll go 90 right, back to 270.
Okay.
So if it's a wing rock, you want him to move first. If it's not a wing rock, then you're going.
That's right. There you
I'll fight
go.
you in a second, Mobius.
Yeah, that was good. All right, now here's a wing flash to the right for you.
All right.
But I start turning at the same time. That means we turn to 090 together. Or it's a hook
shit.
turn.
All right. Oh,
Yeah, so because normally on a 90 turn, right, if you see that wing flash and then they keep driving straight, that means it's a 90-degree turn. But if you see the wing flash and then they turn immediately with you, then that's a hook turnaround. See, that ended up all right. And then if I wanted to say, like, if I wanted to hook right now, I'd have to tell you because there's no way for you to visually be able to tell the difference between that and a 90.
gotcha.
Go 10.
I'll do one more 90 to the right for you so you can work the timing.
All right.
180 will be the heading. When you're doing cardinal directions, it's a lot easier.
Who's in there?
There you go. Good. That's the gist of it, man. That's it. Let's do 145. So I'm gonna go left to 140, okay?
Okay.
Taking it. Crash.
But you think it's a 90 until you see me go like this. Boom. Roll out. And now you cut across my nose. Not too sharp, just a little bit. Keep driving, keep driving, keep driving, keep driving, keep driving. Turn. 140.
It's alright. Shit crashed.
Cool.
All right, here's the other one, okay? Now, I'm gonna wing flash you to the left, which signals that I want you to do a 90-degree turn.
Okay.
If I want it to be a 45, you're gonna see me turn back into you. So you roll out as soon as you see me turn into you, okay?
All right.
So here's the wing flash to the left. So I want you to start turning left. and when I want you to roll out. So now roll out. That's me saying I want you to fly that heading, and I'm going to
Okay.
reform off of you. That's like another way to do a 45 without talking. Instead of talking.
It's for
Yeah.
better
Amongst
comms
sales.
discipline over.
That's it, man.
Over.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
I'll
fun
do
to
this kind
do.
of shit all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's
Yeah,
like
like
something you got to
learning
get
stuff.
good at eventually, but